catching up with Bria. Bria, how many years did you have CRPS for?
This February marked 19 years.
19 years.
Yes.
A chunk since you were
Yes.
11.
Yep.
How old are you now?
I'm 29. Think about that.
So
Yes.
you still have your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah, I do.
Remind me, Bria, all the things you did before coming here in 19 years.
Yeah, so went the medication route, nerve blocks. We also did like biofeedback. We did see some naturopaths. So we did do some more eclectic things just because we really read into things before we did it, like ketamine and things like that. Just like acupuncture, like just the list would be a book. Yeah, of all the things I've tried, a lot.
So, Bria, when you found us, we were another thing in a long line. On a 10 scale, 0 having no hope, and 10, 100% certain that you were going to recover, where would you have rated yourself?
I'm probably like a 7, but that was very optimistic. Like, I mean, you just have so many closed doors, you try so many things, and it ends up not working. So I was optimistic because of all the videos I saw, and I felt like this was a place that I had already seen a lot of proof that it worked for a lot of people, so I was pretty optimistic.
Where are you today on that scale?
Definitely a 10. There's like, without a doubt, probably 11. Yeah, I feel so amazing, so strong. Pain levels are so much lower. The lowest they've been.
In 19 years?
Yes. I have more pain in different locations now, but the pain in my head, which goes furthest back, it's at a 4, and I've never been at a 4 in all 19 years.
How you guys watching this may not know this, but we have a pain language in here because we're following pain. It's our way out of the woods. It's our light. Yeah. And so we always have you rate your pain, and it's not a negative thing, you know. If you just rate it and it's not going anywhere, it's constantly being reminded of, oh, I'm a 9. But here is it going down yet? Is it going down yet? Has it dropped today? So it's really a positive, optimistic thing. How high was your head pain when we started?
I was at 9s and 10s. Every night I was hitting a 10.
And you're out of your wheelchair.
Yes.
So we had this conversation before the camera started rolling, and you said, do you guys want my wheelchair? When I go home, am I going to burn it? I'm going to go home and burn the couch I was on when I was sick.
Bonfire, yep.
I want pictures of that bonfire.
Okay, all right. Sounds good. We'll do a fire dance and send you a video.
I asked you a question today because I'm sure for you guys, if you're not here and you're sitting there in pain watching this, it's all consuming. It's exhausting every single day, sometimes for year after year after year. I know one of the most magical moments in my life was when I held my baby for the first time, and you just feel so in love, and it's their smell, and it's just magical. And then of course when you meet your husband or wife or partner and you're in love, you have that same sort of magical feeling. I said, Bria, I've never asked the patient this question. How does this compare? Because you have this sort of magic about you. The last few days, just I feel incredible and I'm so grateful. You and your husband left and you had mimosas the other day, because that morning you had something new happen. What was it?
My abdominal dropped to a 3.5. It stayed at like 7, 8, 6, like the past 2 weeks. It's kind of bounced around, and it dropped to a 3.5, and it's never dropped that low.
So you went and had a drink.
Yes, we bawled and we had a mimosa, and it's the hardest. Like I keep saying I don't have a vocabulary to explain what it feels like, because especially with my abdominals, the abdominal location, breathing and talking and my heart racing, it all causes pain in that area. And so when that lifted, it's like, this is how you guys feel, like all the time, like you can talk, and like that pain wasn't going up, and like it just, everything you do, you can be present for more. Like, I don't know, CRPS kind of puts you in this glass box where like I've been a part of the world, I've watched it, but like you're so focused on the pain that you can't really be present in everything. So like drinking that mimosa, eating food even just feels different because I can pay more attention to the taste and just small things like that. I don't know. It's really amazing.
I love that you can describe that magic and put it into words. You're an artist and a graphic designer, and you've done beautiful illustrations to show the pain side of CRPS that I think thousands of CRPS patients have connected with. And we can tag some of those because they're beautiful.
Thank you.
But I think this whole new world's going to open for you, where you can also illustrate joy and healing, and those moments that you guys cannot even imagine, just like the public cannot imagine your pain. Can you guys imagine healing? Can you imagine what it would feel like to go into remission and have your life back? Snatch it back.
And I was just actually speaking to my counselor about that, because it's definitely a tug of war, because I experienced that joy and that bliss, but then the next day I kind of felt a little bit disconnected from it, because it's really scary. It can feel like I don't know who I am without it. I don't know what my personality is. I don't know how I fit in the world. And then there's that fear of, but what if it comes back? You want to like stay braced for that. And so there's definitely a tug of war, and I want to be able to learn how to just embrace that joy and just that being in the present. I think is really important.
There's a really big support group in this community, many support groups for you guys talking to each other through the dark times. You know, I'm watching this one support group right now, and it's just, I had a really bad night, who else out there did, and they're there for each other and they talk about it. There's no support group for recovery. Because it's you're just supposed to be grateful, and it's supposed to be only awesome, but it's not. That's the weird thing that I have noticed through the years, and that patients don't really realize till you guys are in it, but getting better takes tremendous courage. It's not just all moonshine and roses. It's terrifying. You could lose it, and it's going to crush you all over again, maybe worse this time. And it can be lonely, and I call it the Rip Van Winkle, you know, that slept for all the years and then he woke up and the whole world was different. A part of you has been out of this world. And like you said, 11-year-old was normal. 11-year-old you. And now you have to figure out who you are and where you fit, and what are you going to do with your day?
Exactly. You have like the equation of what to do when you're in severe pain. Like you can handle that. You have it to like a list of things and motions you go through, but when that disappears, you don't have a foundation of really anything. That's what it feels like. So it's just, you know, figuring out where you fit, you know, figuring out the new puzzle you're going to fit into.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me.